Welcome back everyone to Mount Blade Warband as the Faith Militant. Now in the last episode we managed to take Hull. In fact, it was our first Lord, Berengar Perrin, who led the assault on the town himself, and for that and his previous loyal services he has been rewarded, and he became the first Lord of the Faith Militant. He controls Claw Isle as well as the villages of Land's End and Cracklaw Point, and I spent a little bit of time in between episodes, and now he finally arrived. It took him a little bit of time to arrange his own army, but he does have his own troops now, 87 men, and that is really good, because these extra men, they're going to help us tremendously in future war efforts. Now, I think, actually we'll talk about what I had planned, or what I have planned, in a few seconds, but first of all, I would like to go over my party, because I talked to our Castellan in Duskendale, and I asked him if he could enlist a new patrol, and so he did. We gained about 109 farmers, most of which I have already been able to upgrade to poor fellas, because I mean to build up an elite force of, you know, some 150 Andal warriors, because having all of these other infantry is nice, but I would love to have only our poor fellas and only the Andal warriors, if that is possible. It's very difficult to recruit these farmers, but every time I get like a big patrol, we get like 100 troops. So I think, I hope at least, that this will allow us to have like a big force of Andal warriors that is going to be our main infantry force, led by Septon, Jonathan, of course. As for archers, I think we're going to stick with the Vale archers, maybe some Westerland archers, and they're obviously going to be led by Septon Robin. And as for the cavalry, we can basically just pick anyone, at least for now. We can't be too picky. One thing I might also do is I might customize the Dragonstone troop tree. So right now, obviously, we've got Dragonstone halberdiers and all these kinds of things, but obviously the Dragonstone faction doesn't exist anymore, and we control most of it. I mean, with Hull now under control, with Dragonstone and the Claw Isle, we really control most of the former Dragonstone territory. So I think it would warrant to, you know, customize these troops, you know, and maybe put our own personal troops there. But we'll see and check that out. I won't do it for now. For now, though, I will actually go ahead and speak with Lord Berengar Perrin, as he's now known. It is good to see you, old friend. It is very good to see you indeed. You like us quite a bit. You're very gracious. I like that. And yes, I will certainly not regret my decision. I hope so. I'm glad that I can count on you to protect it. Now, I have a new task for you. I want you to follow me. Very nice, he will do that. Because that's really cool. We have an extra army that's going to follow us around. Because right now, I don't think anyone's going to attack your lands. You've got a pretty decent garrison. And we should know if someone will attack. So yeah, I think we'll make our way over here, because I have planned, or I'm planning, on taking on Rosby and the Antlers, kind of continuing our Crownland campaign and establish a stronger presence here, because we saw Tumbleton being retaken in the last episode already, and there was a battle for Ashford, which the Reach has won, so there's no more Riverlords here in the Reach, in the Stormlands. They have completely retaken their territories. The Stony Sept is also still held by the Stormlords, although that might be taken over soon, but that's okay. If there's a constant back and forth between these two factions, I'm very happy. For now, the Ironborn have been beaten back. I mean, it took them a huge amount of forces, to take Duskendale, Hull, and then later even Ashford. They took 3 towns until they were finally defeated, and I think now a lot of their lords have been captured, and I obviously took over 2 of their towns, so it wasn't really, too successful for them. This campaign ruined the Ironborn, at least for a while, and the Northerners are actually quite busy fighting the Free Folk. They even lost High Point. I mean, Ironrath is currently under siege, but it has been defended once, and, it might be that the Free Folk is able to defend it once again. So, currently, the only faction we really need to worry about are the Riverlords. So I really feel like it would be great to take over Rosby and Atlas, especially because these 2 castles require siege towers. So once we have taken it, it will take a long time for enemies to take that back. But yeah, I guess what I will do, I will slowly send our forces over here. We have... Who are you? Oh, those are just some farmers. Okay, so we'll make our way over here. We'll have Berengar Perrin follow us. and we encounter a small child. We'll give the boy 100 coins. I think that's fine. I could have given him 500, but seriously, what does a little boy need with 500 coins? I think 100 is fine. I mean, I'm not being greedy here, but we still got a war to fight. Giving 500 gold to this one kid might cost the life of, you know, a few other kids because we don't have the money to support our armies. Yep, look at this. Another Ironborn Lord has been taken prisoner. Of course, we have got our own prisoners, 2 Ironborn Lord. One of the other good brothers, unfortunately escaped. But oh well. And we've got Carter Pike of the Night's Watch that is still holding out in the Shadow Tower. We'll see for how long. Oh, and by the way, I just noticed that Septon Ben has updated. So, yeah, let's talk about his skills. Yep, I think we'll, of course, continue the intelligence route here. And we'll give him... yeah, I suppose a bit more wound treatment, just to heal up our troops quicker, and maybe a bit more first aid as well, and that is fine. Now, I do also want to talk about your equipment. I really wonder where you got this club from. I'm not sure if I gave it to you. I can't remember at least, but I guess I must have. But you know what? It's fine. We'll let you keep it for now. We'll let you keep it for now. Also, yeah, I've given one of our Holy 100 a little bit of a better armor, but yeah, that's just as I mentioned there. Okay, so we're gonna make our way to Duskendale, and in fact, Lord Salmon Stacksby of the Iron Islands is currently raiding Riddiga, and he doesn't really have many men. You know what? I think we'll attack him. We'll try and defend Riddiga. Ooh, he's not alone. Turin Little is here as well, and he's now following us. Interesting. He thinks that he has a chance. Now, he's probably a bit too fast for us. He actually wants to fight us. Now, I hope the Baron Apparent is going to join us. Ooh, okay, there's some more Jon Umbers over here. And one of the free folk has been taken prisoner. That's certainly not good. Alright, so we've chased him off for now. I don't think I want to follow him any further. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like Jon Umber wants to attack us. We don't have the best troops because our poor fellas are not very trained out. We've got 120 poor fellas, but they're not really all that powerful. So I think we might have to clean out these lords before we can really act in this region here. Yeah, so, oh, there's some honorable men. Look at that. Good to see that there's some more honorable men around. I might, outlaws. Yeah, I might fight some outlaws. I might try and catch some of these smaller lords before we can go ahead and attack Rosby. But I will also scout this and see if it's even feasible. And I think I'll cut right back as soon as we get involved in any battles. So we have just encountered the party of Turin Little, and it's not really worth showing. This battle's not really worth showing. He's got only about like 40 men, but it's the first battle that we fight together with Berengar Perrin as a lord, once he's a lord. And so I feel like, you know, we should show it still. So here we've got Berengar Perrin and Sir Bonifer the Good, and they're obviously leading the Holy 100, and I think we'll lead our Holy 100 here. Maybe. I don't really like where they're standing, where our enemies are standing right now, because it's just not a great position for us, honestly, because we can't really put our archers to good use. But perhaps, you know what, it's fine. We'll get our infantry in. A lot of these are our poor fellows, led by Septa and Jonathan. And then there's also a lot of Berengar Perrin's troops, which, you know, is fine. I guess we'll get our archers across. Well, not our archers, but I guess our cavalry. We'll also let our stranger servants charge in, and our builders as well, and our infantry can get in there slowly but surely. Cavalry charge in. You've crossed the river, which is very nice, and I guess we'll get in on the action as well. Maybe we'll have our archers come up as well, and I guess our warrior sons, I'll just let them charge in, and we'll try and get some of the action as well. I'll try and take care of these archers, although I'm not sure. Maybe I should try and help out my men, because I think my archers already got, well, the archers are pretty much being dealt with already. Infantry, just charge in. I think we've got this under control. They actually killed a few of our veteran pool fellas, but for the most part, okay, we're killing them now. Very nice. So yeah, this was not, as I said, not particularly difficult battle or anything, but it was the first one we had with Lord Berengar Perrin. I wonder if he's even gonna get a kill in this. Where is he? Is he still a horse? Actually, not too sure. He might have went down, actually. I can't seem to find him right now. Huh. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, so that was a battle. We actually still took quite a lot of casualties. Mounted Sergeant, a few of our poor fellas. Not too bad. Bearing apparent actually did get wounded. Alright, well that's okay then. So Bonifer actually got the most kills. Sir Jonathan won as well. Very nice. Alright, well as I said, it's not a big battle. Unfortunately, Turin Little escaped. But that is, you know, that's just too bad. Okay, let's move on. And I think I will just kind of try and continue to capture some... Oh, King Renly Baratheon is here? Oh, interesting. Well, as I said, I've scouted the River Lord Castle a little bit. So Antlers only got 160 men. Almost no crossbowmen. They've got 12 crossbowmen. That's it. That's all the range they have. And as for Rosby, they have a few more men because Sir Ryman Frey is currently in there. I guess he's even the lord of perhaps even both of these castles. So that's fine. We might even take Antlers first. But we need to make sure that there's not too many lords around. So I think I'll take a few archers. We'll start attacking, and we might even be able to take it in just one go. It really depends. But just weakening the walls would be fine as well. Okay, let's upgrade a few of our men, and even the Silent Sister. And as I said, I think I'll cut away once again, and I'll come back once we're ready for another battle. I didn't really have to cut away much because we're now engaged with Jon Umber here, and Baron Caparan has joined us as well. Okay, well certainly you had your chance already to join us and convert to the Faith of the Seven, but you didn't. So we've got 250 men against with 100. This could actually be a little bit bad for us, because as I said, we don't really have particularly well trained up troops, but I think for the most part things shouldn't be, you know, too difficult there. I see Septon Jonathan. Alright, so let's get our men into a shield wall once again. Let's send you forward immediately, and we'll put a few of our archers right here. Now I'm not sure if their horsemen are really going to charge in, if they really want that. I feel like they shouldn't. Let's definitely send our most devout back. Yeah, Septa and Unella, you do not need to be in the forefront of this. And let's see. Okay, so they're scared. They just kind of wanted to scout. That sort of makes sense. Let's get you guys forward. Any more? This is basically just our cavalry. Let's make sure that you guys are in a wedge, just so that I get a little bit of a better vision. And infantry, you can slowly move up. How many men does the enemy bring? They've got 50. We've got almost twice as much, so it shouldn't be a big deal. And you obviously need to follow me, and the archers I want here as well. So there shouldn't be anyone really staying back except for... Yeah, there's no one staying back. Okay, great, great. So here we've got Septon Jonathan right in the center of his men, and I'm sending him kind of around this this hill sort of, and I will get onto this hill together with the Holy 100. We'll have the Stranger Servants charge in, not too many men, and we'll have our infantry charge in as well. And here comes our cavalry, taking the enemy cavalry hopefully by surprise. Well, certainly this one guy at the very least. Okay, cavalry charge in, and we'll have you charge in as well. Well, I obviously took a little bit of a damage right here, but I took one for the team, so I think this is fine. And I will try and take the enemy infantry from the rear, because they are probably a bit stronger than our own infantry, so we should make sure to distract at least some of their men. Oh, and our horse is taking a little bit of damage. Wow. Okay. These guys are actually a bit stronger than expected. Well, that probably is not the smartest thing to, fight trained forces with your new recruits. But they're doing well so far. So I'm actually not too concerned. Let's get our archers up here, maybe, somewhere. And we've got new enemies over here. Oh, I see. Well, we will try and thin them out before they advance onto our own infantry. Our knights are doing a really good job. I mean, Sir Bonifer there getting several kills already. I've seen that. And Berengar's troops are also quite useful. Actually, I think they're even a bit more useful than our own infantry yet. But yeah, at least they're gonna get experience this way. And I will deal with these archers. At least I'll try and distract them. Oh, Sir Bonifer together with us here. He knows what's up. He knows exactly that these archers are probably the most deadly. You want to shoot in my faith? In my faith, yes. He wanted to shoot in my faith and not my face. They're quick. I gotta give them that. And they're running as well. Okay, so we've basically won. And they are already running away. How many men did we lose? 9 men. That's not too bad. It's not great. But considering the fact that we had very untrained troops, this is fine. This is okay. Who have we got here? Is this Aemon? Sir Aemon. Oh, yes. Now, he still has his javelins. I'm not sure. Apparently, he can still use them, despite having almost no power throw, effectively. So that's okay. He'll keep it for now. Anyway, we lost that Westeros Knight, which is unfortunate, and a few poor fellas. None of the elite poor fellas died. So, once you get to that stage, you only take wounds. Okay, how did our men do? 8 kills for Sir Bonifer. Wow. Aemon got his 1 kill, Sir Vlad as well, and Septon Robin with 3. But I'm surprised Sir Bonifer got more kills than me. Wow. So Jon Umber managed to escape, unfortunately. Very lucky, these Northerners. But we'll be able to take some of his men captive. Okay, well, but once again, I think, yeah, this is all junk. We don't really need that. We might need a bit more food, though. We've got, another Northerner here. 124. Well, we're certainly not going to capture these routed enemies, so that's fine. We'll let them go. We can upgrade a few more of our men, which is nice. And let me check this out. So they've got a few peasants prisoner. Well, I think we can take him on. What has he got? He's got 20 Northern Vanguard, 27 Mountain Clansmen, 55 Veteran Northern Archers. Now, this could be a problem because we don't have a huge cavalry force. We don't have a huge... Yeah, we have mostly infantry. This could be bad. I might not engage Lord Hugo Wool immediately. We'll have to see. But yeah, once again, I'll quickly cut away and I'll come back as soon as we got another fight. So I can't safely siege either Rosby or the Antlers because there's all kinds of lords running around, and I have fought them repeatedly, but they always manage to escape, which is very unfortunate. So before we have cleaned out like Jon Umber, Turin Little, and all these kind of smaller lords, I can't really start sieging. And the problem is that the River Lords are currently, they're about to take the Stony Sept away from the Storm Lords. I mean, it's possible the Storm Lords are just going to try and take it right back, but even if that's the case, we're going to have some trouble. So I think for now, we'll just have to continue to fight these lords. Right now, we're actually facing off against Gorald Goodbrother, who we actually already had as a prisoner, but he managed to escape, which is just, it's a matter of time until these guys, manage to escape. So, you know what? We'll have our infantry go forward. We'll have our archers set up here, I think. And what else have we got? Okay, yeah, the rest is following us, which is fine. I think I'll sweep around with my cavalry here, and we'll then try and attack them from the sides while our infantry is engaged with their own, with the enemy infantry. So we'll make sure that archers are set up here. Yes. Don't attack just now. We'll have Stranger's servants and the others do their things, and some of our cavalry is already going in, which is fine. Actually, that might even be Stranger's servants. I'm not too sure about this, but I will have you charge in. I have the infantry charge in. You're already engaged, which is good, and then I guess my warrior sons you can charge in as well. It's a bit difficult to take care of, you know, so many different groups all the time. Oh wow, but it's actually good. This guy, wow, this household guard strikes home, and I just took out Lord Gorald Goodbrother with one strike of my sword. If he escapes once again, I'm going to be freaking mad. I think was it him? Or was it him? I certainly took him out though, so that's, you know, that's that. We'll put our archers over here now, and we'll try and take you guys out. Now I've been able to upgrade quite a few of our men. We've got mostly veteran poor fellas now. We've got also, I think, like 5 Andal warriors, which is really cool. And then of course we've got yeah, our knights. Look at the brigade of our knights. Look at Aemon, Sir Aemon the Humble. Is he getting out his sword? I'm actually not too sure about that. Still have to do kind of the most here. Mounted Dragonstone Sergeant. There's Aemon. Are you gonna get that kill? Not sure if he did. No, I don't think he did. But at least he's still around. Just good to see that he is, with his new armor, that he's able to stick around much longer than before. Alright, now, ooh, this might be a bit tough now, because we've got almost no infantry over here helping out against these Reavers. Oh, I think Aemon's gonna go down there. I actually leveled up, very nice, and we've got to get our archers closer. Yeah, Sir Aemon the Humble just went down. Yeah, that was to be expected. That was certainly to be expected. How did they have? I thought they only have 90 men. How did they have so many all of a sudden? Actually, kind of surprised by that. But as long as this guy's hitting at my horse, oh, actually it went down. I was just gonna say, you guys are vicious. Who have we got here? Just some Richmond Knight. All right. Well, good to see. It's very nice. It's really helpful to have, you know, Berengar's forces here. I mean, his Dragonstone men are really helping out quite a bit. I'm glad that we've got them around. So, yeah, this was actually quite costly. These Ironborn, these Ironborn, you better engage with either a huge archer force or likewise with a huge cavalry force. But just infantry versus Ironborn doesn't really work all that well. But I wasn't really interested in changing around my troop composition too much. So yeah, we lost a lot of guys, poor fellas, looters, 2 mounted sergeants, another knight. Yeah, that wasn't too good. That wasn't too good. Berenger apparently didn't really take too many casualties. He's supposed to be a better lord than me, a better commander anyway. But oh well. Okay, and yes, you sir are my prisoner once again. I don't know how many times I have to take you captive, but I will do so gladly. That's for sure. And we can upgrade a few more men. And I think we'll also upgrade ourselves in this episode, just because there's nothing important here. And yeah, actually we encountered a funny little guy in one of the taverns where I was ransoming some of the prisoners. But yeah, let's look at our character. I think I was going the agility route? Or was it a charisma? I think it was the agility route, actually. Yeah, let's go with that, because yeah, now I can actually give myself a bit more athletics. Or was it weapon mass? I think weapon master first, because we can this way increase our one hand a little bit more. And wow, we've got so many weapon points. Where is that coming from? I really don't know, but yeah, we'll increase our pole arms, and I guess our two-hand is going to be important, and I guess our crossbow, even though I still don't have a crossbow. But yeah, that's pretty good. Anyone else that can particularly upgrade? Yes, some more elite poor fellas. So we've got 7 Andal warriors. I have them a bit in the back because I don't want them to fight immediately, obviously. We've got our archer force being built up as well. Okay, looking very nice. I also gave a few Silent Sisters to Berenger, just so that he has these, yeah, just so he has them helping out. And look at all the caravans. Look at all the caravans from the Faith Militant. We should be getting a lot more money from trade. But anyways, I think I'll end this episode here. We can't really continue any sieges while we have so many lords running around. So we'll have to clean them out first before we can do that. But anyways, that was it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.